Toyota presents FC Dallas Extra Time, an all-access pass to your favorite soccer club. Ahead in the next 30 minutes, FC Dallas is back at Toyota Stadium against the defending MLS champs.
We all remember what happened last year, so we feel like we owe them a loss.
Plus, find out what really goes into creating MLS's premier youth soccer academy. We have those stories and more now on FC Dallas Extra Time, presented by Toyota. Welcome to FC Dallas Extra Time, brought to you by Toyota. I am Gina Miller, alongside our co-host this week, Matt Hedges, as we get you ready for tonight's matchup against the Portland Timbers. Before we get to that one, Matt, it has got to be good to be home, isn't it?
Oh, yeah. After a long road trip like that, it's nice to just be in your own town, be in your own bed, and just be home. Yeah.
Did you need the GPS to go from the airport to back to your house because it had been so long?
I kind of forgot how to get there.
Right? Yeah. FC Dallas played 3 matches in 7 days against Real Salt Lake, in Nicaragua, by the way, and in Houston. And over the course of those 10 days, really, you traveled 7,876 miles.
Sounds worse when you say it like that.
It does, doesn't it?
Yeah.
But does that come into play, though, at this point in the season? I mean, we really are turning the corner here, rounding third, heading home. And you think about, okay, you want to keep these legs fresh. Does all of that travel come into play at this point?
Yeah, it absolutely does. I mean, it just adds that extra element of tiredness and exhaustion to your body after a long season. I mean, and the other teams that we're fighting with don't really have to deal with that, so it's just an extra thing that we have to go through.
So what was Nicaragua like? We followed you all on social media. You posted a picture of meeting the U.S. ambassador while you were down there. What was that experience like?
It was very interesting. I mean, it's completely kind of a different world from what we're used to. I think it's good for the team to kind of see those things and to realize, how lucky we are to get to do what we do.
And if anybody had a reason to put up a goose egg down in Houston, it would have been FC Dallas, but we'll dive into the game, into specifics about the match down in Houston against the Dynamo in just a little bit later in the show. But you guys really showed us something, I think, against the Houston Dynamo on Saturday.
Yeah, I mean, we started slow, but it's kind of expected after that kind of a week. But in the second half, we really showed great character to come back and basically dominate the rest of the game.
And that domination has resulted in 48 points, the best in MLS. If you had started the season and I had told you that in September you'd be leading all of MLS with 48 points on the year, what would you have said to me back in the spring?
I would say, how are we doing in our other tournaments?
Yeah.
Because, I mean, that's where we were last year. We were leading the league, so that's where we expected to be this year. But, we have the other tournaments, Champions League, Open Cup. We want to know how we're doing in those. Yeah,
and you mentioned the other tournaments as well. A good result down in Nicaragua. You have 2 more Champions League matches coming up. And then, of course, it is September 13th. Right here at Toyota Stadium. FC Dallas hosts the New England Revolution in the Lamar Hunt U.S. Open Cup Championship match. That's a big one, huh?
It is huge. I mean, the first trophy, the first final that we've been in since I've been here, and it's the biggest game I've ever played in.
And I think you bring up an interesting point with all the action that you guys have, and you look at the challenges you face. You play the Revolution in the Lamar Hunt U.S. Open Cup match. You play 2 more Champions League matches, and then 6 of your final 7 MLS matches are against teams that if the playoffs started today, yes, we're already saying that right now, that if the playoffs started today, they'd be in the playoff hunt. I mean, the challenge is here right in front of you.
Yeah, I mean, that's why we do this. We want to have those challenges. I mean, if we're out of the playoffs and we're not doing anything, then what's the point? We want to be here. We want to be in every final and fighting for everything.
Now, you missed some time earlier in the season with the knee injury. You're back at full speed. How tough was it for you, though, watching those games?
It's so difficult to just be on the sideline and watch your teammates fighting out there and not being there. But, I needed to do it. It's been bothering me. But, I feel way better than I did before, so I'm happy about it.
I love to say this, that at 26, you're a veteran. But you are. I would love to be a veteran at 26. But as you go into the room, you and those older players, the guys who have the experience, what's the message at this point in the season to keep that focus, to not get distracted, and focus on the ultimate prize?
It's just, we keep telling them just focus on that next game. Whatever it is, if it's a league game, if it's the Open Cup, we just need to keep focusing on getting a good result in our next match and not kind of get ahead of ourselves to what's going to happen in the future.
Not too big picture, just the very next match right in front of you.
Exactly.
It's cliche, but it works.
Yeah, it works.
All right, Matt Hedges, thank you so much. We're just getting started with him, and we're just getting started here on FC Dallas Extra Time. Matt, details what happened in the second half versus Houston. Houston that enabled Dallas to pull off that impressive come-from-behind win. And go behind the scenes of the best youth soccer academy in MLS. FC Dallas has an exclusive offer for fans who haven't had the chance to experience a game at Toyota Stadium. For just $25 a ticket, you get free parking, a pregame stadium tour, a personalized gift sent straight to your seat, and a chance to take a picture on the Toyota Stadium pitch after the game. Visit firsttimeoffer.com for details.